What up, YouTube? Ace Anthony. Hello. And I'm back. It's been a while since I posted a video, and I decided, hey, why not? Let's get back into it. So here I am, and I'm definitely going to be doing weekly videos about whatever I decide to rant about that week. Because college is a thing that I have been doing, and it is stressful. And so yes, I have lots of things to rant about. But today, what I'm going to be ranting about is the tea on PWIs. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and hit that like and subscribe button so that you can tune in weekly as well. Without further ado, we're gonna get into the video because I don't remember how much I talked, and so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be long. So like, before I start, I do want to say, like, I love my college and I would not like trade it for the world. Like, I love going here, I love the people, I love the atmosphere and everything like that. Wherever you go, you're gonna have difficulty. It's not gonna be like just because you go to an HBCU it's gonna be easy, or just because you go somewhere that isn't a predominantly white institution that's gonna be easy. That's like not true. So first things first, white people are going to ask you dumb questions, and you're not gonna know whether they're trying to be rude or whether they genuinely are ignorant. Like, one time this girl was like, oh, so you know, like, when you go out like to the beach and stuff, like, do you like get dark? And I was like, yeah, I do. It was just like one of those things where I was like, is she trying to be rude, or is she genuinely ignorant? Does she like really just not know? And because a lot of the people that go to these colleges, they grew up in places that didn't have very much diversity, so they grew up in places where it wasn't the norm to see like black people every day, and so they can't help themselves but to ask you like really dumb questions, and you just gotta hold your tongue and you just gotta answer it to the best of your ability. One thing that was big for me especially is that, like, sometimes you just feel really isolated because some people don't have the same experience as you, and they don't not necessarily want to hear like what you have to say about it. So like, if you're sitting having a conversation, you might say something that makes someone go like, what? You know, because they don't have the same exact experiences as you in life, and that just comes from growing up in different areas and growing up around different people. So with that being said, sometimes you do feel isolated in conversations because you're like, wow, these people are really privileged. And you say something and they're like, I've never had to deal with that. And I'm just like, another big thing that is like not even a bad thing, it's a really good thing actually, is that a lot of people are actually woke. Like, you know the difference between fake woke and real woke. Wow. Because the people that are fake woke have to say they're woke. They're like, oh, like, I love black people, I have all the black friends in the world, and I eat fried chicken. And you're just like, all right, cool. But then you have the people that you can sit and talk to about these issues, and will listen and will have something to say, and do understand their limits, and they understand what they can say and what they can't say. One thing that I want to say is that I'm in no way saying that the entire 80% of the white population at my school is bad people. Like, that would just be ignorant and a really dumb assumption. But you do, like, when there's that high of a percentage, you do run your chance of meeting a lot of people that are ignorant and are rude and maybe in the closet bigoted. And so you just have to be careful about who you talk to about certain things. Like, really make sure you're in the clear, for lack of a better phrase. Like, just make sure that you know who you're talking to, because you might say something that someone else might get offended by because they're a bigot, and then you don't know what to do because you went about it the wrong way, and then you're not changing anyone's ideals and you're not changing anyone's mind. And like, one thing that I'm big on is like making sure that I can get my message across in the most respectful way possible. And so with that being said, when you go to a PWI, you have to be very, very careful of how you say certain things, because then people are just gonna continue their bigoted ways, and then you didn't help anything, you just hurt it. And that's sad to say. I will say that I've met a lot of people like that that will talk to me about these issues, and that will sit and have conversations and listen to me, because they know that it's genuinely hard, like it's not easy, and they understand that, and so they will listen. And that's like a really good asset to have, because to know that you can go to people that aren't people of color and they'll listen and they'll take everything into account and they'll take action, that's like really big, and that's really nice. And you do meet a lot of people like that. Like, tokenism is a real thing. People want to be your friend because they want a black friend. They want someone to talk to about race issues. They want someone to talk to about rap music and the hood life and black culture, because they think they know that all black people aren't the same, but like they don't know that all black people aren't the same. You feel me? I've talked about racism in the last 3 months of college more than I've ever talked about racism in my entire life, because whenever someone sees something about race, they come straight to you. If you're like their only black friend, they want to talk to you about it, because like it's halfway like good intentions and halfway like a covered up microaggression, because they want to see how you feel, because they're like, oh, like this is my friend, I care about them, I want to see like what they think on this issue. But like the microaggression side is like sometimes they're like, I wonder what Antoinette thinks about this, because you know all those black people, they think everything's racist. Moral of the story is, at a PWI, you never know. You just never really know for sure. You have to ride things out slowly, and you can't just jump into things, because that's how you end up like being hurt. With that being said, make some black friends. Learn the ropes of the way people operate, and be careful, but like most of all, like have fun. Do not choose an HBCU just because you're afraid of what's going to happen if you choose a PWI. Choose a school that you want to go to. Take PWI and HBCU out of the name and just look at the school as a school. Because at the end of the day, your college experience is your college experience, and it's what you make of it. And you don't have to choose an HBCU just because you're black and just because you're afraid of what's going to happen. Don't be afraid. Sometimes things happen. Like, things happen and people are bigoted, and the world is a really messed up place. But the one thing that you can do is be that person that does something about it. Don't choose an HBCU unless you really want to choose an HBCU, unless that's the best place for you to go, unless that's the school you're in love with. If you're in love with another school but you're like, but it's not an HBCU, go. Just go. Honestly. Like, I would not trade my school for the world. I'm having the best experience of my life. I'm teaching people things. Some days I do get irritated. Sometimes I get tired of white people. But at the end of the day, I love my school, and I love everyone here, and I love the atmosphere, and it's great. So choose your school wisely. Happy applying, happy choosing, and yeah, I'm out.